I'm Fletch Brown with another artist video blog at KIX96country.com. Our guest today comes to us from Nashville, Tennessee by way of Dallas, Texas. Please welcome to KIX96 IMAJ. How are you?
Hi, good morning. So lovely to...
Oh, we're another hug. You were like probably the huggingest artist we've ever had here at KIX96.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're big huggers and hippies, so... And it's interesting how you say my name, actually.
IMAJ? Okay, well, how do you pronounce it?
It's actually IMAJ.
IMAJ.
Yeah.
See?
But that's cool, no worries.
Okay.
It depends on where you go. I mean, in Europe, they're probably going to say it a little differently.
Well, see, I wondered that. It seemed, at first I thought it was an acronym. And I thought,
I've gotten that a lot.
Okay,
actually.
and I wasn't sure. I said, but that is your true name. That's not like
that's my stage name, IMAJ.
IMAJ. Okay, where did the inspiration from that come from? I mean, like imagine, is that kind of like where'd you get that from, or?
No, but that can be a spin-off of it. That has been like when growing up, kids used to call me Imagine and Image, which my name means image. IMAJ means image, and where it came from is my mother was a model growing up, and she thought, well, if I have a girl and she wants to one day be in the industry, IMAJ would be great. Kind of like Iman or something like that.
Okay, I totally understand. It's a beautiful name,
Thank
you have a beautiful body of work. You write
beautiful body, huh?
A body of work. I said of work. Let's
Thank you.
Let it go on the record that I said beautiful body of work. You're a songwriter. You've written 8 of the 12 songs on your current album. So, and your debut single is "Guess Who's Coming to Dinner."
Yes.
So tell us real quick, what's that single about?
Well, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? It's all about that. You know that old cliche: if you could invite anyone to dinner, who would you invite? You know. Well, who would you invite?
Me? Wow. Friedrich Nietzsche.
Is
that impressive? Is it impressive?
That's impressive.
There. Good. That's the most complicated name I could think of.
Really?
Yes. So.
Okay. So yeah, that's kind of what we did is I got into a room with my mother and Karen Taylor Good, who's written a lot for Colin Ray, and So Shockey, and we all sat down and we kind of went over who we would invite to dinner. And so we came up with this wild, magical song, kind of like a Beatles song of inviting everyone from Elvis to Willie Nelson to Lil Wayne. Everyone's invited. And
I'd love to sit in on that dinner party. I mean, just what would Lil Wayne say to Elvis? That's what I want. I don't know.
Well, Willie Nelson and Lil Wayne would bring the brownies, of course, for after dinner. And you know, and but it's all about having that space where you can be yourself, because you know, especially my generations and the one that's coming up is everyone's trying to be someone else. Everyone's trying to follow someone that they see on TV or that sort of thing, and having that space where it's nothing but just love I think is really important. So that's what it's all about. Okay,
that's just all that in one song.
Yeah.
Guess Who's Coming to Dinner?
Yeah.
All right. So you yourself personally, though, you're more than just a singer. You've been singing and writing since you were about 7 years old.
Yeah.
But you're also a visual artist, and you actually have your work is up and you can see it.
Right.
If you go to places in Dallas. Tell us a little bit about your visual artwork.
Well, my artwork was displayed at the Dallas Museum of Art. And I did mostly self-portraits, especially in school, because, you know, they always say, well, here's your concentration, like, what are you going to pick for your concentration? And I knew immediately it was going to be self-portraits, because why? Your face is there all the time. So it was the easiest one
I've been trying to get rid of my face for a long time, it won't go away.
So, so that was my visual artwork, and I love to draw, and I do all the graphics and everything. So.
You're also a published author. All right, it was a visual artist, singer, songwriter, published author. Is there anything you don't do? I guess is a better question.
Well,
can you fix my car? I mean,
Uncle Kevin can.
Wow.
So I can actually snap my fingers and make that happen. Now, I would have said I don't drive, but I actually won a trophy for driving.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So overachiever.
Now.
the overachiever.
Bumper cars, though.
And you also sign, and just an interesting fact, you sign language, but like sign language in several different languages. Is that correct?
I sing in several.
You sing?
That was awesome.
I'm Fletch, and I can't read. So
we have to keep that in though, because that was hilarious.
I was thinking, because I thought, I was like, how do you sign in several languages? I didn't realize that there were different languages. Like, how do you say I love you in Spanish? In sign language. I thought maybe that was.
Isn't that love? It's love.
Yeah, but like
universal.
Is it okay? I guess. So you sing in how many different languages?
Several different languages.
Like name 2, like not English.
German and bad English. No.
Bad English? Isn't that a band? Okay.
Is it Spanish, Japanese, Italian opera, French, and
opera?
So yes,
really?
yes.
You sing opera? I mean, I realize that your vocal style, you cross genres. You're as comfortable in R&B as you are in country, as you are in just about anything. But opera, classical. Are you classically trained as well?
I train myself in everything.
Oh, really? Have you ever sung?
And everything.
Have you ever sung opera?
Yeah, actually, we have this this Vegas style country show is what they call it in Texas, and so one of the things I do is I come out riding a horse singing Italian opera, and and some other things we've done is I've driven out on a 4-wheeler, singing Hell on Heels, and I take my audience around the world, but I also sing what is my heart, which is country music, and I'll pay homage to all of the legends, and then do all of my originals with my full band.
Yeah.
So, but country is my heart. I love everything, but country's what I call home.
Absolutely. I mean, you reading your bio, which of course you can find at loveimaj.com. That's her website. You list so many of your influences from Janis Joplin to Loretta Lynn.
Yeah.
And you say that country music was a huge part of your childhood. Coming into the house and you're hearing all these classic performers, and country is just kind of where you fell into, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So, but growing up, you were born and raised more or less in Miami Beach, Florida, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Now, there's a reason that you're in Miami. You have a famous father, right? Now, for anybody who hasn't figured out yet who your dad is.
I thought it was for the weather.
No. So tell folks who your father is.
My father played Tubbs on Miami Vice. His name is Philip Michael Thomas.
Okay. You do realize that everyone in my generation grew up wanting to be that man, right? It's like, yeah. I mean, I'm serious. It's like I told my friends, it's like, hey, guess who's coming to visit me? And they're like, who? I said, Tubbs' kid. And and then of course we spend the next hour talking about, hey, remember that episode when, So did you spend any time? I'm not sure when you came along, but was he still filming the show like when you were little, or did you come back after?
Yeah, I think it came after, I think, or towards the end of it. But I do remember my father bringing home screenplays and scripts and that sort of thing, and I've always known that he was creative, and when you're brought up in that bubble, you don't think of it as an industry. You don't think of it as something that millions of people, are dressing up and watching all the time. It's just creativity, and it's art, and that's all it is, So growing up, that's all I knew. And one of the things that he would do, which has stuck with me forever, is like 5 o'clock in the morning, he'd wake up and be playing piano, and he'd put me on his lap and just play. So his background is music. Yeah,
I know. Well, he had at least one album, maybe two, that I'm aware of back in the 80s. And so my next question was going to be him also being more than just an actor, but also being a singer and a performer. Have you ever had a chance to perform with your dad on stage, or did that ever happen?
Yeah, we actually had a theater down in Miami Beach, and he would put me on that stage and play piano with him there too. So yeah, eventually I'm sure there's going to be like a duet. So. Oh,
I can't wait for that.
Eventually.
Please welcome once again to KIX96 IMAJ. I did say it right?
Yes.
IMAJ. I want to drop my voice at least an octave and do IMAJ. I want to do that. That's how I want to say your name.
Josh Turner, okay.
And if you want to see her live performance, look for it elsewhere here on our website. She'll sing a song or two for us here. And if you want to hear the single, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, make sure you call us at KIX96. We'll be happy to play it for you. IMAJ. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You don't give her hands.
Okay. Oh, yes, I know. She's a hugger. So we'll see you. You come back and visit us again, won't you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Love it here.
And we'll see you again next time. Another artist video blog at KIX96country.com.
Peace and love.